a $25 lunch turned into a $10,000 deal. That's not lunch. That's positioning. And I say that with all the love in the world, mostly because now I'm hungry, because I just said that. But this story matters because it explains branding better than most people explain branding. And yes, I know branding can get very fancy. We got fonts, we got colors, we got logos, mood boards, we've got websites, we've got taglines, maybe even some voice guides, brand archetypes, and the best, a 73-page PDF that somehow says authentic 400 times and still sounds like a robot. No, all that stuff can matter, but that's not always where your brand starts. Sometimes the brand starts in a tiny human moment. And that is what I talked about on Josh Swart's Built for Wealth podcast. I shared a story about a real estate wholesaler. He wanted to grow. He's doing a few deals a month. He wanted to get to 10. And in that business, the question is simple. Why would a seller choose you? Because if you're a wholesaler, investor, agent, coach, consultant, expert, whatever, you're probably not the only option. You may be one of 100 people knocking on that same door. One of 100 postcards, one of 100 texts, one of 100 DMs, one of 100 people saying, I can help. Great. Well, so can everybody else. And that's the problem. So I asked him, what makes you different? And at first, he didn't know. And that's very normal on these calls. Most people do not know what makes them different because they're too close to their own life. Then he told me a story like it was nothing. So he's running late to a seller appointment. It was lunchtime. He was hungry. So he called the seller and said something like, I'm so sorry, I'm running late. I need to grab lunch. Would it be okay if I brought you something and we ate together? Now, first of all, it's relatable because I've made several major life decisions based on hunger. That's not a joke. That's a confession. And he asked what she wanted. He brought lunch. They sat down. They ate together. And she signed the contract. Why? Because he thought enough around lunchtime to ask what she wanted. That was it. $25 lunch, $10,000 deal. And when he told me that story, I didn't hear a cute little sales moment. I heard a brand. Because most investors are showing up trying to get something, but he showed up with lunch. That's different. That's memorable. It's human. And the beautiful part? Simple. So simple. Simple enough to repeat. Oh, he's the investor who brings lunch. He's the cash buyer who brings lunch. That's a brand. That's a story. That's a referral. That is an only. Now, some of you are already trying to turn this into a tactic. You're thinking, great, I'll bring lunch. No, that's not the point. Please do not all start carrying emergency Chipotle bowls into seller appointments because Brad said lunch is positioning. The point's not the lunch. The point is the behavior behind the lunch. The care, the thoughtfulness, the pattern interrupt, the humanity, a different way of walking into a transactional situation. That is what made it work. The lunch was the receipt. The value was the care. That's the brand. And this is where most business owners miss it. They think their brand has to be big. It has to be dramatic. It has to be some perfect sentence. It has to be a giant rebrand. It has to be a new logo. It's got to be a new website. It's got to be a funnel with 11 emails and a webinar and a countdown timer that makes everyone feel mildly threatened. Nope. Your brand might already be hiding in something you do naturally. Something small, something specific, something your customers remember, something you think is just normal. And that's why specificity sells. Generic does not. If he says, I help homeowners sell fast for cash. Okay, well, so does everybody else. That's oatmeal. But if the story is, I'm the investor who brings lunch to the kitchen table before talking about the contract, now I remember. Now I can tell someone. Now I know how he is different. Now I can picture it. That's the key. If they can picture it, they can remember it. And if they can remember it, they can repeat it. And if they can repeat it, they can refer it. That's how marketing works when it's actually human. And this applies way beyond real estate. If you're a coach, what is the thing you do that makes people feel safe? If you're a consultant, what is the tiny behavior that shows people you see what others miss? If you're a speaker, what is the moment people talk about after you leave the stage? If you're a founder, what belief shows up in the way you serve? And if you're a real estate investor, what is the human thing you do that everyone else skips? That may be your only, not the whole brand, but the clue. And that's what findyouronly.app is built to help you find. It asks you the questions most people skip. What do you do? Who do you serve? What makes your way different? What story have you told 1,000,000 times? What do people already trust you for? What is the thing you do that might be more meaningful than you realize? Because sometimes the best brand is not invented, it's noticed. That one's good, right? Sometimes the best brand is not invented, it's noticed. I felt that, right? Did you? Because I did. Because I've lived that. My $2 bill brand was not invented in a branding exercise. It came from my grandmother. She gave me $2 bills to hand out. She taught me what it felt like to be remembered. That story was already there. I just had to notice it. Same with you. You may already have your $25 lunch. You may already have your $2 bill. You may already have the thing people would remember if you stop hiding it under generic language. And that's why this matters, because if your positioning is generic, your marketing has to work way too hard. You've got to chase, you've got to convince, explain, discount, prove, repeat yourself. But when your positioning is specific, people can grab it. They can carry it. They can tell someone else. They can say, you need to talk to the lunch guy. Or you need to talk to the woman who helps founders flip pressure into performance. Or you need to talk to the guy who helps invisible experts become the $2 bill. That's me. And that's the point. A clear only gives people language to refer you. So my direction to you is simple. First, watch the full conversation I had with Josh Swart. The link's below, right there. You see it. Then go to findyouronly.app. That's findyouronly.app. 8 questions in under 8 minutes. It's all free. Find your version of the $25 lunch. And if the app gives you something that makes you go, whoa, wait, there might be something here, book the 1 hour only statement audit. That's where we turn the clue into language, to story, to positioning, and next moves. Because your best marketing may not be a funnel. It may be the thing you already do that proves who you are. Be the only. Be the $2 bill.